All right, so I believe this is number four, my installment on my experience with the military. I believe I left off at first assignment, was still there, but I've still got a couple more years for that. There was, I'd say, in about the middle of it, 2001, I was deep in the pitfalls of my alcoholism, and fortunately was able to get on track and get sober. Been sober ever since, and I stayed in Hawaii for a couple more years after that. And after being sober, I seemed to have a whole hell of a lot more fun than when I did when I was drinking. Because a lot of times when I was drinking, the only things I saw in Hawaii was the inside of a bar room. But we started going more to the beach, going out to parks, and going out and doing stuff. I hung out with new people. I mean, I still had the same old friends, but some of them, after they found out I stopped drinking, they stopped coming around, which is fine. But I ended up having a whole hell of a lot more fun, to the point where when I decided to get out in 2003, the first time, I wanted to stay there. So I did. And I went to, I decided to join the reserves, and within a couple months of me getting out, I ended up getting mobilized back on active duty. And ultimately, what I ended up happening was I did my I did the time there, and I paid off most of my debt. I think I stayed there for about a couple more till about end barely end September of 2005 was when I finally left. When I left Hawaii, and I went to rejoin active duty military. And when I finished up with, I ended up going over there, signed up and signed up to join the military again, and then I went to Fort Leonard Wood for a few weeks to process, and then I went to Korea after that for a year. Korea was fun, but at the same time, I think about 9 months of the year I was pretty much working 14-hour days in the dining facility, which just how it was. I was in a small Air Force base called Gwangju, and that and it was the pretty south. It's south of everything, and that was and I had a fun with it. I started to miss it after a while. After I left, I was there. I got married. Well, I was on leave when I got married, but and I ended up moving over to, and then after Korea, there wasn't really much going on over there. I mean, it was kind of like, I'm not sure how they've changed, but there was curfews, and there was a E6s and below had to do the buddy system, which didn't bother me. I mean, it was no big deal finding someone to accompany you off post. I mean, we all wanted to go, and then there was only. I think the worst thing that happened was that some moron decided to take his wang out in the middle of in public, and it made the news. So that put us on lockdown for about, God, it was about a month or two, and then they started restricting us as far as like how far we're allowed to go without a pass, without a day pass. So because you had to get first sergeant's approval if you wanted to go to like up to like Camp Humphreys, or you had to get a pass or overnight pass 9 times out of 10 if you wanted to go to like Yongsan or Osan, and also there was I think Kunsan was where we went to mostly, and then there was like Humphreys during the week if we had to do something. And that was a lot of things going on. I mean, it was an ADA, which was an interesting one because you'd be having field problems where you'd be going to the barracks, but you didn't actually like, but you still had like if you left your barracks room or your workplace, or you were outside. Anytime you were outside, you had to be in full gear, which was interesting. Even though there was not really an actual field exercise, it was just an alert. So I think that's about it for this one. Next one is we be going to talking about my journey at Fort Campbell and how much fun that was. But so we'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, make sure you like, share it, subscribe, and if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.